week 8 and the final push.
Spotted dolphins in the Bristol Channel on our way from Milford Haven.
And then a bit of supper before the night watch.
This is Christopher Stafford helming El Tiburon at sunset, crossing the Bristol Channel some 34 miles or so from Cape Land's End, as we see the sun go down in the west. We're going to go and tuck ourselves into bed now at 9:20 or soon after, and we will be summoned to our night watch at about 1:30 in the morning.
So with 4 on board, that was 2 night watches of 2 people.
Evening sky.
So what sort of music should we have going through the speakers?
You two?
Chris Stafford and myself took the second shift.
4:30 a.m. looking north past the top of the end of Cornwall.
Mark Womersley and Rob Archer had had an amazing sail in the first watch.
Land's End.
Sleepy heads now. Nothing out here worth robbing, despite looking hard for some kind of a target. So having sailed all through Sunday and now into Monday morning, a view of a square rigger as we begin to travel up the channel.
So we have just sailed across Mounts Bay in wind speeds that went up to 27 knots in gusts, and we've saved ourselves 15 miles at least of pottering tomorrow when there's probably no wind. Here we are now in Kynance Bay at the recommendation of Rob, and what a setting. We could just as well be in Greece, and we're about to have a slap up cooked breakfast at 11:30 after a 26-hour passage. Chris?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And time now later in the day to row ashore, to have a swim, enjoy the beach, walk up the hill to try and get some phone signal, while Mark Womersley rustles up a delicious dinner. And now a little bit of a chance to reflect back on what an extraordinary voyage this adventure has been. I've sailed about 2,000 nautical miles. If you don't know, a nautical mile is just over 2,000 yards compared to the land mile of 1,760. And that's been done in some 400 hours of sailing over 56 days with 36 different crew members over those 8 weeks. And what a beautiful anchorage to think about it all.
Kynance Cove on the Lizard.
If, like me, you enjoyed Sunday night and watching Pull Dark, you can just imagine the smugglers' bands stashing their brandy and other illicit substances down here, and that drama about the Poldocks and the Warlegans.
That is the mermaids through here. Wow.
So the next day we had a rather more relaxed voyage to the beautiful town of Foy. There my son Jonathan was able to join us, and Mark had a recommendation of a brilliant seafood restaurant. And then returning to the boat where we were rafted up against another on a pontoon. Moonrise in Foy.
Foy on the way out on Wednesday, the something of July. 13th, was it? Golly.
Our plans to stay in Dartmouth that night were frustrated by them having insufficient room, so we anchored at Blackpool Sands.
Thanks, Chef.
Well, it's a bit of
Look up at us all, Chef. Come on, Chef, look up. You had a bad dream.
I had a bad dream. Mark had a bad dream. This is 5:20 on Thursday morning, the 14th or so, and we've just done a whole pile of jobs. Almost there. Wind coming on, and we're setting off for Weymouth. Some good proper sailing at last. 7.5 knots, Mark on the helm, crossing Lyme Bay, cutting through the water. 3, I think. Maybe 4.
Having made exceptional progress across Lyme Bay, doing it in about 7 hours with fabulous wind and lovely weather, we were persuaded to push through the final race of tide going against us as we turned round Portland Bill.
So here we are. Where are we?
Weymouth.
Weymouth. Or Portland Marina.
Portland Marina, posh.
Having set off at 5 AM this morning. So this is the final full day of sailing on this adventure. And our final crew member, Ed Heritage, has arrived. Woo! Ed Heritage is in the house. And this is us departing from Portland Marina. The sun coming up behind the clouds, and we're motoring until we get some wind.
Well, I mean, all the whiskey's gone, so...
Turtle door breakfast.
Take it back. Yes, I noticed it, as I said. But there was a guy doing that, was it boiling up dragline when originally the head of the guy said me, I thought, that kind of way you're not surfing.
If this isn't what you call champagne sailing, I don't know what is. Absolutely perfect conditions.
We've had a glorious sail up from Portland Bill in about 12 to 18 knots of northeasterly to easterly winds. What an epic adventure fulfilled. We've seen fabulous bird life, countless dolphins, every aspect of British weather. But we've come in with glorious sunshine. It's been amazing. But boy, am I looking forward to a bath and some home comforts.
We decided to stop off at Newtown Creek on the Isle of Wight for a swim.
Go for it, John!
Oh!
Oh, that's nice.
I'm afraid my crew has had too much sun on their heads today. And 4 of them.
Right, here we go.
Such elegance. Madness. True madness. Go!
One, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful.
Then back down to Lymington to drop off Jonathan and Rob Archer, and to show off the boat to the next generation of Blairs who maybe one day will think of doing something similar. And so for the final couple of hours to drift our way up into Cowes on the Isle of Wight, where El Tiburon belongs and where this all began. Thank you to all my crews, thank you to everybody who's been supportive and followed these vlogs, and especially to those who've contributed more than £10,000 to Friends of Young Carers. Thank you.